This week we look at building your own bike.
Plus we're taking a look at some exciting news from the latest EWS.
And all of that plus a horrible bike in the bike vault. It's all coming up on the dazeychain Show! Yes, welcome to this week's show with myself, Blake Sampson, and none other than Chris Smith.
How's it going, you all right?
Very good. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Mr. Ashton's gone on holiday.
He's always on holiday like that.
Look at him, sunning it up.
Oh, why sent a snapshot in already?
Right, this week we're talking about building bikes from scratch. Now, I literally built a bike from absolute scratch, from piles of metal and a BB and a head tube. I welded the whole thing together. I went for a massive ride on it. But we're talking about building a bike, customization, getting in to know your bike the way you want to, building it from scratch, sourcing parts, making sure you get the right bits.
Yeah, something I think I used to look forward to as a pro rider back in the day was receiving that brand new frame through the post and then thinking about what parts I wanted to put on it, you know. Sometimes it could be a cross-country bike, I'd turn it into a bit of a slope-style machine, you know, front brake through the steerer, put a neutral gear on the cassette, you know, totally customize it for the type of riding that I wanted to do.
Exactly, and I used to love just sourcing the web, looking for cheap parts, making sure I can find the right deal for me. You know, finding the right deal, saving money instead of going out there and buying something straight off the shelf. You can build it. You can personalize it. Also, weight. You can make it as heavy as you want or as light as possible with as much less money as possible, whatever.
Yeah. I think the components you bolt onto it as well, like I said, you know, you could have a downhill bike, change the parts on it and it could become a free ride bike. You change the wheels and tires on it for that weekend, then it could become your downhill race machine. Just changing those few little bits, it's amazing what you can make a bike. You know, as I say, like a cross-country bike for me, like a short travel bike, say a 140mm travel bike, could be a jump bike, it could be a cross-country bike, depending on the components you choose for it, right?
Exactly. But at the end of the day, it's the enjoyment of messing around with your bike in your garage, making it personal to you, and also you get to understand what goes into a bike.
Yeah, I think the building of it is super important as well. If you get an understanding of how those components work, you know, like threading the bottom bracket into your bike or putting a headset in, bleeding brakes, etc., you know, when it goes wrong on the side of the trail, you know how to fix it.
You know how to fix it, which we will touch on in a little bit while with hacks and bodges. But yeah, I built a bike in my garage. You've built a number of bikes. Have you built a bike? Would you want to build a bike? Let us know in the comments down below. But on that,
time for a bit of news, right?
Time for the news.
Welcome back to the weekly news. First off, take a look at this from Orbea. Neil spotted this dazzle cam wrapped bike at the EWS Louisville. The whole Orbea team are on them, leading us to believe that it might be a new Rallon. There's a cool little integrated tool in the linkage and internal storage too, as well as what looks like could be some frame updates. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel, as I'm sure we'll have some information for you soon, maybe even later this week. Speaking of Louisville, we've had the last of the EWS doubles, with rounds 5 and 6 coming thick and fast from the Pyrenees last week. All of the official EWS coverage is hosted on our YouTube, so you can catch up there with the course previews, Pro Stage Top 3, and both of the highlights videos. So when you finish the show today, head over to watch that. It's shaping up to be a crazy tight season with its fair share of surprises. I'm just going to rattle through the results of the Lenzerheide World Cup rounds quickly. Let's start with the downhill, where the familiar course was made a bit trickier by some tighter course taping and generally rougher surface than previous years. In the women's race, it was Miriam Nicole winning her first race in her new rainbow stripes. Tani Sugrave had a great run for second spot, and Valley Hall into third with her second ever Elite World Cup podium in just 4 attempts. In the men's race, it was an absolute French domination. It's also worth mentioning that no one was posting green splits in every sector. The lead was constantly changing hands right until the end. Loris Vergier is on fire right now, taking the win by just 0.2 of a second. Loic Bruni second, Thibaut Depraya third. But between Vergier and Depraya, just 0.37 seconds, which is about that long. For the XC, it was newly crowned world champ Evie Richards taking the win in the women's race after some tight racing for the first 4 laps. She put in a huge attack to finish 19 seconds up on Rebecca McConnell, who had a great race. Jenny Risveds was able to capitalise on the last lap puncture of Sina Fry to take third. Despite not winning at Lenzerheide, a 4th place by Loana Lecomte is enough to secure her overall title for the season ahead of the last round at Snowshoe. So it's a battle for the remaining places from here on out. In the men's race, it was Viktor Koretsky making a big move in the final hour to finish just 2 seconds ahead of Nino Schurter for the win. Matthias Flukiger also got passed by Nino in the closing stages of the race, leaving him third with not quite enough points to secure the overall win for the season. So everything for the men's overall will be decided in Snowshoe in a few weeks' time. Now, Orange have released one of the most over-forked bikes in history. The Phase 83 has got 2 of them. Yes, Orange have collaborated with ex-EWS racer Lorraine Truong to make this adaptive EMTB powered by a Paradox e-bike motor and with a patent-pending articulated steering system. This 3-wheeler has a bucket seat similar to some of the systems Martin has used in the past and allows the rider stability at slow speeds as well as being hugely capable for all manner of terrain. It's an awesome move from Orange to cater extremely well for the differently abled sector of the market. SRAM have released a new disc brake rotor in the form of the HS2. The thickness is increased from 1.85 to 2 millimeters, which may not sound like a lot, but it's almost 10%, so there's got to be something in it. The steel rotors range in size from 160 to 220 mil and are available in 6-bolt or center lock patterns. The cutouts in the braking surface now have a different orientation, instead dealing with heat exchange by adding these spokes that are painted in a thermal dissipating paint. Mexico's premier freerider Johnny Salido has got his wings. He'll be wearing a Red Bull lid from now on. Unfortunately, not at Rampage this year, but he's making more of a mark on the freeride scene and we hope to see him back there sometime soon. That is all for your news catch up this week. Let's head over to Toff for something sick.
Cheers, Tom. Hey, everyone. Right, this week's sickest thing has to be this super sick foot jam tail whip that was sent into our uploader a few weeks ago by this kid called Hyde. He's only 8 years old, he's from the Netherlands, and he tried this trick like for almost a year, maybe even over a year, like a zillion tries. So like when he finally landed it, it was obviously like the sickest thing ever.
Yeah!
Mafketel.
Anyway, so he sent it in to us, and obviously it made it into like send of the day, made it onto the GMBN Insta. He got like over 200,000 views, maybe like 17,000 likes or something. Loads of comments, loads of really positive ones, but there was also a bunch of really whack people in the comments being like, oh my God, why is he squealing like a pig? Did he hurt his toe or whatever? Just like super whack comments, like what are you on about? He's an 8-year-old kid, just landed like the sickest trick he's ever landed in his life ever. Like obviously like that noise was just like pure stoke. It's an experience like I haven't felt it in years, and I feel like everyone who rides should hopefully at least get to experience it once. Like when you've just been trying a trick, no matter how big or small, or you're like trying to get your first bunny hop or hit a corner right, and you finally get it after weeks and weeks or whatever it is of trying, like it's the best feeling ever. So if you haven't got to experience yet that feeling of just like pure absolute stokeness, I really hope you get to at least once in your bike life. I mean, I remember mine, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Mine was right there, it was a foot jam tail whip. In fact, Martin asked me to ride in one of these things at least once, so I'm gonna go do one there, just put some respect on Hyde's name. Right, so that's my sickest thing this week, Hyde's super cool foot jam tail whip and the noise he made after it. Definitely go give him a follow, the kid shreds. Right, it's time to go back to the shed.
Bodges, Chris.
Yeah.
Bodges.
Nice.
Now, you know, I built that bike. That was pretty much, I would say, a bodge.
I don't know, I was pretty impressed by that thing.
Yeah? My welding's bodgy. Bodgy. Now, straight into Bodges with this one from Robert out in Germany. Can you notice one thing with this?
I do notice something pretty nasty with this, Blake.
Yeah,
actually.
without the rock. Forget about the rock.
Without the rock. But I'm looking at the chainring. Looks pretty big to me, and
That looks like a road bike.
looks like a skinny
Yeah,
tire.
it's a road bike. But needless to say, right? That there, he said he snapped his gear cable, his front mech, and the only way you could keep it in gear is by jamming a little rock in there. That's pretty bodgy.
It is pretty
dodgy, bodgy.
Pretty bodgy. See, and you could probably do that with the stop screws on the front mech, couldn't you?
There you go. Yeah, if you built your own bike, you could have.
You'd understand
you would
that
understand that stuff, wouldn't you? Yeah. Next. Oh my!
Whoa.
What is that?
Looks like a guy swallowed a belt buckle, right?
Oh yeah, and a zip. What's going on there? Dude, now that looks horrible. This is James. He had a Marin Bobcat Trail 3. And he, Knoxville, he broke his broke his leg there. That's not his leg, that's his...
This is hip, isn't it?
That's
He
his
said,
hip.
Yeah, I had a damaged hip, went 11 years before I decided to get a hip replacement. About 6 months after the surgery, I was cleared to ride a bike. Hadn't ridden in 10 years. And 2 months later, I was shredding the trails with my newfound hobby. Nice, look at that.
I bet he gets beeped every time he walks through the
Yeah,
one of them
for
scanners.
Sure. Take it off of you.
Yeah.
I've had him on my ankles, that's the only time I've
Yeah,
worn
I
them.
would say that is definitely a hack because, hey man, it's not a bodge. If it was, that'd be even worse than that. Well, this next one's coming in from
Xander.
Xander. Well, I don't see anything wrong with this.
So this is a, well, I don't know, this is pretty
multi-tool.
cool, yeah. So he's,
Oh, I can see it.
yeah. So he said he's having to dig in his keys in his bag for his keys all the time. Hates stabbing it into my leg. So he removed some spacers out of his multi-tool and replaced it with one of the key blades.
Now that is flipping genius.
It is, isn't it?
I'm gonna do that.
Wow.
Look at it.
So
There's
simple,
more
but
pictures of it.
Just
Oh
removing
my-
those little spacers, adding the key in. Simple, isn't it? And you're not gonna be dropping your key because I'm always worried about that. Car keys and stuff.
Yeah.
Classic, isn't it?
Dude,
Nice.
that's probably the most effective, genius thing I've seen.
best hack you've ever seen in hacks
That
and
is a
bodges.
hack for sure. So, and I think we should get. We're going to give away a race jersey, and I'm definitely going to give it away to Xander. Xander. Well done,
That's right.
Xander. Look at that. Actually, that is really good.
That's so cool, isn't it? But yeah. The rock doesn't quite do it for me, but that multi-tool for sure.
Now the multi-tool for sure. Now, if you want to get involved with our hacks and bodges, and you've got the craziest bodge you've ever done in your entire life, upload it to our uploader. There's a link in the description down below. Send it in there and get the chance to win yourself a race jersey.
Nice.
Talk about race jerseys.
Oh yeah.
Little shop shout out for us. We've got the new camo jersey just dropped into our show. Plus, there's a number of other goodies on our website that you can go feast your eyes on and surprise someone special like yourself. Caption contest, a time where you can win yourself a nice mug for your nice warm hot beverage.
Nice.
This was last week's caption contest photo of Richard blowing some raspberries, I guess, and people went excited and stuck in some caption contest comments, and we've got one here from Hairy Bike Packers. The new weight-saving idea for ditching the saddle on your XC bike was proving a big hit.
I can tell that by the look on Richard's face there. Look at that, rolling his eyes back in his head.
It's looking, yeah, okay.
Then we've got Banner Pieheb here. He's saying, when someone tells me that full sus is better for long rides than a hardtail.
I can see where he's coming from because he's a hardtail lover.
And you're a hardtail lover.
I agree with him 100%, 100%. The next one is coming in from Gavin Potter. Rich's face from the tests of having a mug thrown at him off camera.
That's in relation to last week's Dirt Show
It
show
is.
where Martin was launching those cups, right?
Here's a little clip of that.
Congratulations. There you go. Ooh. There you go. Ooh. There you go. Ooh. I tell you what, don't worry. We've got another one here. You can have that one.
Please don't
There you
throw. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't think it broke. No. Bad man, smashing his mug.
Yeah, we're not going to smash this one, but I'm going to give it to you, and you can choose which one is the winner to win this mug.
I think that first caption contest.
The hairy biker?
Yeah, hairy bike packer.
Oh, yeah.
Is taking
I
that
like
mug.
it.
Can our cameraman catch this week?
Yes, he can. Yes.
Nearly caught it in his face there.
Well done, Hairy Bike Packers. Well done.
Nice one.
This is this week's caption photo of someone being very excited with some foam. Look at
Getting
that.
well excited there.
Excited.
Erupting, I would say, Blake.
Now, if you want to get involved, hashtag caption contest in the comments down below. Do your worst, do your best, and you could win one of these, a mug, just like this one.
Nice.
Coming up on the channel this week, we've got a plethora of rad goodness to feast your eyeballs on. We are covering the EWS.
Nice. And one video I'm looking forward to next week is dirt jump mistakes by yourself.
Yes.
What is the biggest dirt jump mistake you can make, Blake?
Not having enough speed to clear the gap.
Oh yes, definitely been there. It's not recommended. Right, time for the favourite part of the show for both of us, right?
Yeah, it
it
is.
is
The bike vault. Right, we're into the vault, and we're
Nice.
going to kick it off with Jason straight out of the US, Utah, with his 2021 Transition Spur GX build. I love that colour, dude.
A nice looking bike, isn't it? I'm loving the way that his tan walls are kind of blending into that fence as well.
I
like,
love it.
picking up, isn't it?
I think that's a super nice, man.
Strength.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, I love that.
And we got another.
Ooh, what's another one?
Transition spur custom build. So this is Ash. He's out in New South Wales, Australia. Build he's done over lockdown. So getting into it.
Again, bikes done at home, built at home with their own spec. I like that. I think that's super nice. Kind of blends in there.
Look at this.
Whoa, what's that? That's a Scott Spark 120 from Bill in Spain. Do you know, all these bikes are kind of down country.
They are. It's
I
got
guess
a big
that's
down
what it's
country theme to this.
I think it is down country theme,
isn't it?
I like that. I like that a lot. That's nice.
It's got down to 10.8 kilos. It's pretty lightweight, isn't
Oh,
it?
wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, check this out. This is Andrew. He's got a Scott Spark 900. He's out in the Blue Tier Trail in Derby, Tasmania.
Oh my goodness me, what a beautiful part of the world that is.
He says, call this more of a light trail bike than a down country bike. Really shines on the trails.
I like he's got those Vittorio Barzos. I've got some of those on my bike. Do you know what? I like that bike.
Says it charges up the climbs and smashes it on downs too. I
Nice.
imagine it does.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh. Nice bit of custom colour going on this.
Well, I like that a lot. He's running plastic pedals though. This is Mark, his Trek Fuel X EX 2021 build, full carbon, 140 travel up front, 130 on the rear.
You see those plastic pedals, but some of those I think are quite cool, aren't they? Composite, with sometimes you get the metal pins in there, and sometimes they slide a bit better on roots and things like that. A few guys use those.
Oh, I like that. That's super nice.
Super nice. Whoa, check this out.
Oh, wow. He's brought the clarity up in that photo.
Yeah, so almost the tyres look blue to me.
Yeah?
You as well. So this is Ronnie.
That brand spanking new, is it?
Yeah, Ronnie's got a Toolboy 4 carbon CSC bars, Shimano Saint brakes, loads of custom stuff on there. He's out in Switzerland.
I like that.
Work fitness cut straight through the forest, he's saying.
He's got electronic everything. Right, that's super nice.
Nice.
Oh, I look that. That is a Canyon Lux from Paul. That's an XL. I was going to say that looks like a Doddy bike. Look up, look at his dropper.
I know.
I thought it was half mast, but it's not.
It's not, is it?
Wow, he's a tall
imagine
guy.
that extended, so that's just going to be like huge, isn't it?
He's out in the Netherlands. Now that is an absolute shred machine for the Netherlands.
And some nice Tamwall tyres again.
Super nice.
Whoa, bit of retro theme going on.
Oh, hey, yeah,
Anton
what's
here.
going on? Did he cut that? His seat tube, did he cut it?
And put the shocking upside
Extra
down
weight
as well, hasn't he?
lost there.
So there's Anton, he's got a Kona King Kickapoo from 1998 out in Sweden.
Dude, that thing's so retro, it's unreal. Wow.
Yeah, he says it's a pure retro build, but he's got quite a new school derailleur on there, which he's hunting for the original XTR.
Well, that is, I'm going to say that's super nice.
Oh,
I'm a
the
big
Bombers
fan
as well. I remember those forks.
I had those forks.
Bomber Z1.
Super nice.
Definitely.
Oh. South Wales Valleys. This is Cannondale. Do you know what? This is probably going to be the first time we're not going to do a super nice on a Cannondale.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
watch
Martin's
this.
not in the show.
Watch this. Nice. It's actually really nice. But nice. Martin's not here.
And we've got some more Tanwall action in here from Ethan. He's got 2020 commence on Meta Hardtail. He's out on Wiseman Ferry in New South Wales, Australia. Box, straight out of the box, commence on Meta Hardtail.
And you know what? To end the bike fault on the bike, just like that, a hardtail, super nice. Well done.
Nice.
What the I love
Nice
that.
bikes there, wasn't it?
There's some really fancy ass rigs. There wasn't one that was terrible.
I tell you what,
The Cannondale was exceptional.
That's right. I'm loving the amount of
Feel
Tanwalls
bad,
we're seeing
it's
on
nice.
these bikes as well. A lot of Tanwall action going on, isn't
I
it?
love it. I love tan walls. Now, if you want to get a super nice or a nice and you think your bike is one of them, let us know. Upload it to our uploader. It's in the description down below. Put your bikes on that. So there you go. That's the end of our weekly show. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Chris, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me, Blake. It's been amazing as always.
I've loved it. Now, to send you beautiful people off, it's a bit of an emotional one. It's fails, maybe a send to a fail.
Oh, no.
Here we go. See ya.
You're okay, guy? Tight corner. Nice. Whoa.